Environment is everything. Anybody that tells you environment doesn't matter, they're a fucking idiot. They're a fucking liar. For most of you guys, most people in the world, especially me when I was younger, you didn't have access to a very high-end environment. You didn't have a bunch of cars around you. You didn't have the motivation. You might not be living in Miami downtown. You guys don't know, I wake up to this view every single day. I get to work from this wonderful setup from my desk. Of course, Sumi, you're obviously motivated.
Motivated?
Let me tell you something. I didn't have the best setup back in the day. I used to live in a 2-bedroom, not even a 2-bedroom, it was like really just, a bedroom didn't even exist, and one room was like a closet. So we had a very shitty apartment in Little Italy, Cleveland, with the slumlord, we would call him that, right? Because he didn't really care about the quality of the place or how it was. And it was a really crappy apartment, but that's where I actually was making over $500,000. And the biggest thing that you have to do, the biggest environment that you need to have is the environment that you have in your head. What you put into your head, what you hear, what you listen to every day is so important. So you almost have to like kind of mold yourself. You have to like kind of almost indoctrinate yourself to your own mission, to your own goals in life. And what I mean by that is, if I want to become the best trader in the world, if I want to become the best at XYZ, whatever it is, I have to constantly hear, not necessarily affirmations, but things that align with my vision, things that make sense for me, things that are actually like endorsing me on the mission that I'm in and that are glorifying that lifestyle. Let me say this in a very bad way, in an obtuse way. Let's say I want to be a girl that sells content of herself online, okay? For all the girls that are doing this, I'm not necessarily hating on you, but there is judgment that's passed with every single thing that you do, whether it's good or bad. Let's say you're a girl that wants to do this. If you want to be the best at doing this, you need to start looking at the girls that are doing this. You need to start looking at their accounts. You need to start idolizing them almost and saying, hey, this is like the correct way to live, the proper pathway. And you've got to close out all the noise that's around you. And so I'm giving you a bad example here. Obviously, don't take this to heart, but if you're going to do anything, if you want to be the best plumber in the world, focus on how plumbing creates the best income. Focus on how plumbing is always going to be needed. Focus on how plumbing makes a shitload of money, pun intended, and how it can really change your life and how it's the best career to be in. If I'm in any career, let's say I'm someone that's a doctor, endorse your mind with the idea that doctors are the most important people in the world. Medicine is life. You're saving people's lives. You are the most needed person in society. Your job is the best job. Your job is a job that deserves respect. Endorse yourself on this mindset. You gotta brainwash yourself.
I was brainwashed.
You gotta really like fucking lie to yourself sometimes if you wanna become really focused. If you don't have the environment that's doing it for you every single day, you've gotta do the environment creation in your own head. You might need to have a couple pictures that you look at every single day. Your background of your phone should be motivational. It should be focused. My background of my computer right now is nothing but a little text and it says lock in. That's all I look at every single day. And it's got my little logo here. So when I'm feeling unmotivated, I see lock the fuck in.
Okay, lock in. Lock in.
And I just stop doing whatever I'm doing and I lock in. And you know, if you want to become the best bodybuilder, indoctrinate yourself to the mindset that health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Health is the ultimate thing. It doesn't matter how much fucking money you got. If you look good, that's what's important. The people that have the best bodies are the best people in the world. Indoctrinate yourself. Just literally brainwash yourself. This is where I'm telling you guys, like the leap is gonna happen. And then when you start doing that, start buying things that make sense for your vision. So obviously, as someone that's per se a trader, I spent $1,600 on this Samsung Viewfinity monitor. And it's like, do I need a new monitor to day trade? Like, do I really need a monitor to do this stuff? No. But I'm going to constantly push myself to get better equipment. Actually, this monitor is extremely useful, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna push myself to get new things and obviously promote myself to have the environment that's gonna make sense for me. I don't need a fancy setup like this. This is a very high-end setup. It may not look high-end, but it's very nice. I could have had a simple setup in one of those rooms, but I wanted to see the city. I wanted to say that I can make money from fucking anywhere. I can live my life. I can do whatever the fuck I wanna do. So I got the Miami lifestyle. I got the nice cars. I got the crazy setup. I don't have the penthouse yet, but in Miami, I got penthouses in other cities. But the point is, I've created a lifestyle for myself that motivates me. And that's another thing I want to circle back to. The apartments, like, are these really efficient? Are these really the smartest way to invest your money? Absolutely not. You know, I'm very frugal with my money, but I use these to motivate myself every single day. I walk into my place. It's just nice. It's lit up. It's amazing. It's got a vibe to it. I need to have this in order to stay focused because I have to remind myself like, yo, lock the fuck in, Sumi. Lock the fuck in. Every day is an opportunity for me to get better and for me to be more focused. Hopefully that makes sense. Create the environment in your head. Start elevating your lifestyle piece by piece. Probably your place is the most important thing. People underestimate how important the place that you live in matters. Like, your car is not even as important in the place you live. You spend most of your time in your life at your place, and that's where you sleep, that's where you eat. So have a nice, not necessarily even expensive place, but have a nice, clean, organized, hygienic place. Have it in order. Your place should always be in order. You are a product of the place that you live in and the environment that you're in. So your place has to be spectacular. Hopefully this makes sense. Environment is everything. Anybody that tells you it's not, liar. build your environment up, and your life will also build up. And that's concurrently two things that add into one another.